Hello. Uh, One of my mods has broken the game. I had to find out which one it is. I think I know which one it is. This is really bad. I should have checked this before the stream. Native PC, delete M. How's it going, chat? Also, thank you for the sub, Mia. My throat hurts. I was watching a really funny video, and I kind of want to try it now. It was, someone was playing Super Mario 64, but they've modded, they modded all the audio for Mario so that it's their own custom sound effects. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, my Monster Hunter doesn't work. Maybe? I don't know. I was watching it before stream and I was just laughing like my throat hurts because I laughed so hard at that video. Oh, it was so funny. Like anytime Mario would bounce into a wall, he would go like, "Oh!" it's fucking great. I really want to do that. Let's disable some mods. If this doesn't work, we will disable all the mods, including the ones that increase performance. I've uninstalled 2 mods that may... Aha! It was one of those 2 mods. Okay, let me figure out. So it's probably the Scout Fires one. That actually sucks. Because that is one of the worst things about this game. Okay, hold on. We'll be up in a minute. Hello, Jen! Your emote isn't available yet. But I have put it into Franker Z because it's a knife emote, so I don't think Twitch will allow it. But I've put it into Franker Z, so when Franker Z deigns that we are allowed to use it, we will have Pants Grab and we will have Syra Rayquin. If you guys didn't know, Jen just named me a brand new emote. It's beautiful. While I'm getting the game set up, I can tab out and show it to you. I liked it. I fucking loved it. Where is image? Image 3. Downloads? Downloads. Look at him. Look at how friendly and nice he is. Look at me and then look at him. There you go. That'll be my head for the rest of the day. Actually, he fits really well on my head. That's so weird. Jan, are you're not gonna beat the tracing allegations at this point. There's a joke. That is a joke. Alright, there you go. So, he's just gonna have, like, a little blunt in the background. My throat hurts so much. Let me capture the game. So, this game historically does not run well on, like, anyone's computer. Hello, Fern! It's been a while. Thank you for the 69 months. Nice. I can only hope that this game runs quite well on my computer. Even on like super strong PCs, this game really likes to kill everything. Right, so I have quite a few save files. You can only have 3 separate save files on this game, this wonderful game. So we're gonna be deleting one of these. We're gonna be deleting the one that has 176 hours. So say goodbye to like 4 months of my life, so that I can stream this game again. I've put. I don't want to say goodbye, but it's fine. Bye bye. My beautiful characters. Wait, was I Hunter rank 69? I think I used cheats to get there because I didn't want to wait for content.
Nere, Shisodore Legend.
I have backed up the save files, but there is a chance that it will not work because this game is really fun. It's happened before, I think. The original Venus is completely gone. That's a new Venus. So I have a big history with this game and this series. I love Monster Hunter. I hate this Monster Hunter. So I'm gonna try my best not to complain about this game while I also try my best to enjoy it. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub to Jen! 114 subs in this channel. That is fucking insane. You'll have to let me know if the game is too loud. It's probably gonna be too loud, because this game is really loud for me. What's wrong with this one? Fucking everything. It's okay. We'll get into it. Trust me. I will get into it. Slowly, all at once. Hey, there you go. Enjoy the sub, Diva. So, I on record have a saying when it comes to this game, and that this game is one of the worst Monster Hunter games, but one of the best games ever made. And it's a really specific contrast to how it can be a bad Monster Hunter game, yet be a fantastic fucking game. This game is one of my favorite games of all time. I love it. But I also hate it more than any other game I've ever played because it's not a good Monster Hunter game. Do we want to play male or finale? I secretly may or may not have a single mod for one piece of armor in this game that gives her tits that are the size of the screen. And I don't know what armor that is, so we'll have to secretly avoid it. So let's... we can play female. So let's just randomize it, shall we? Oh, we got a really good one then. I feel really bad for him when the mouth is all the way down at the chin. So, I have like 4 4,000 hours in this game. No, not 4,000. I think I've got 3,000 hours in this game. I have like 2,000 to 3,000 hours on the PlayStation version, and then I have about 1,000 hours on this version, maybe just over. So I love and hate this game. You know what? Fine. We'll be Hatsune Miku. Let's go for like really narrow, really high on that. Let's just fuck this lady up. And we'll call her Coachella Miku. We'll even give her a makeup that is just the dead pixel from the monitor. I don't know if people have seen the videos, but Miku currently is going through a TV phase, and the TV that they were using at wherever she is performing has a single dead pixel on it, and people can't unsee it, and it's awful. Yeah, let's name back bad boy stand now. My controller is kind of super fucked. So I've had this controller for a long ass time. Every time I press right trigger, if you'll look, that's me pressing right trigger. For some reason, right trigger is bound to the left analog stick, and I don't know why. I don't know what the expression. Oh, yeah, that's fun. But yeah, my analog stick. Not my analog stick, my right trigger is just fucking awful. Let's make it like a super bright green, because we're Miku, made of LEDs. Nope. Yeah, sounds fun. No, we do not want Guardian armor. She looks fucking awful. What's like her Nikki Miku? Hatsune Michael. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what we're doing with the cat. Okay, this isn't necessarily a complaint with this game. This is a complaint with a lot of current games. Sure. I don't know how we have gone backwards with how fur works, but fur looking... Oh, it looks like a Brillo pad. Like, it looks like the thing I wash my dishes with. It does not look like fur. I don't know where we've gone, where we've decided to fuck up fur to this point. But I'll show you it in here, right? So, if you change the fur length, it doesn't actually change the fur length, it changes how fuzzy it is. Like, there's no actual depth to it. So, it now looks really, it hurts my eyes. Fur thickness just kind of moves the texture along. And I hate it. I hate how fur looks. And this isn't just this game, this is a lot of modern games. Dragon's Dogma 2 did it with the cat people. The cat people, you could just fur length, and it does this. Oh my god, can you hear that? There is a tiny, high-pitched sound effect when I move this, and it really hurts my ear. Ah! That hurts. Right. So let's do... Which one was the green one? Was it this one? I know exactly what we're calling this cat. Great, you look awful. Yeah, we don't need to change anything else. And we're calling him Leek. There we go. It's Hastune, Michael, and Leek. Good. I deleted one of my best designed characters for this.
Garuhila! All three! Lara!
Oh, his neck is doing some nasty things.
Memory 13 Nukra. Luti Memrak Kadam Rock.
So it's a little fast travel for you. If you look in the background of one of these cutscenes, you see one of the reasons why I hate this game. Oh, there it is. If you blink, you'll miss it. Oh, I love that dead pixel on her cheek. Michael, you've got something on your cheek, buddy. Wanna get it off? I've got a tissue, or like a wet wipe. Alright, so if you look really closely, you can see one of the big problems with this game immediately. It's not the cat. Yeah, green cheese. Alright, fuck this. I got a mod that lets me skip cutscenes because I do not want to watch these cutscenes. This ain't even Japanese, this is Monster Hunter language, because I do not want to hear this game in English. I don't like the trend of forced voice acting in Monster Hunter games. I really hope that they don't do what they did for Rise and Wilds. Because Rise, for some reason, had the actual hunters talking, and it baffled me. Because then, like, you'll be hunting a monster, and your hunter will go like, "Yeah, get some!" And it's like, what? That's not me. I didn't say that or think that. What is happening? No, I'll get into why I have big problems with this game. When we actually start playing. I just want to get through the fucking tutorial. The tutorial is so long. Another reason I play this in non-song language, because I don't want to hear a single fucking thing that she's saying. So, I get to stay blissfully ignorant. I have like 4,000 plus hours in this game, and I can kind of tell you the story, but very loosely, just because I'm not stupid and I can see what's happening in the game. But in terms of actually what the characters have fucking said, I have no clue. Alright, skip. Oh, that was my coochie. You can't continue your work? Oh no. That sucks. Oh.
モンシー博それかけこにゅらりほおねきダーシーハーキン数日ぬぎきーのれ
I can play the game now. Is the game quiet? Or is the game an okay volume? I mean, I don't know. I think the monster fighting music is really loud, because that's like my main reason. Yeah. My controller. I was just being an ass. It's fine. We'll stay quiet from now on. It's because that controller is on the same side as my mic. Because when I play video games, I sit at a left-facing angle towards the monitors. Because Twitch chat is on my left monitor, my game is on my middle monitor, and my right monitor has Discord where I can just ignore everything. So I tilt left a little bit so I can pay more attention to chat. So yeah, I pay attention to you guys. I care. Yep. So a big, really important, like, huge part of this game is stealth. Stealth is huge in this game. Like, if you don't use stealth, you're in trouble. You're basically gonna die. That's the one and only time you'll use it in the game. I'm gonna be so mean to this game. I'm so sorry. If there are people that like absolutely love this game and do not want to hear anyone say bad things about it, please don't watch this stream. I love this game enough to shit on it non-stop and still have the time of my life. He hates it. It's not even fun. Why is he streaming this game?
La, Igu?
Come on, hurry up. My hair is so bright. do you like my dead pixel?
Yune.
Look at my ass. I should got a mod that made my ass bigger. Oh my god, could that be a monster? Alright, so this is the one and only time in the entire game that the handler wanders off briefly and gets attacked by a monster. It's the only time that will happen, so don't worry about having to constantly rescue the handler from monsters in almost every cutscene. It never happens. That will never occur again. The game will definitely not force you to watch about 30 cutscenes of the handler going, is that a monster in the Monster Hunter world? Let's skip. I'm so glad I got the skip cutscene mode. I think we would still be on the Zora Nagdaros tutorial if I couldn't skip cutscene. Skip. Do 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 do. Hello, Matt Mercer in English. I don't know what you're pointing to. Oh. Rather than the tutorial. So in my old streamer Discord, we had an emote called Literal Trash, and it was a PNG of just the handler. I think the amount that I'm upset at this game would be a lot less if the handler wasn't shoehorned in, and just the sheer amount of cutscenes and, like, story was a lot less. I will make this comparison a lot, but the story in Monster Hunter 4, my favorite Monster Hunter game, is you are with a traveling caravan, and the leader of the caravan is trying to uncover, like, essentially a piece of a monster that he found that he doesn't know what it's for, and that's it. That's the plot of the game. That's all you need, right? So you're on a caravan, so obviously you're traveling. Caravans need supplies, they need protection, so you've got your plot reason to kill monsters. And then you've got your introduction to your big bad with the little bit of crystal scale thing that the Caravaneer has. There you go. That's it. This game is a giant monster has come to the new world. This is the new world, by the way. It's not the new world. It's actually the old world. But the old world is the old world, and the new world is actually the old world in the past. Anyway, you're coming to the new world, and suddenly a giant monster shows up. It's heading to the new world. You want to know why. Everyone knows why. They won't explain it to you until the end. So it's heading to the new world. Then there's a secondary monster that is attacking you when you land on the giant monster. For some reason, that big monster feeds on the even bigger monster. That monster controls the ecosystem. Then they introduce several other monsters that also control the ecosystem, so you have to take care of those other big monsters to balance the ecosystem, despite the fact that those monsters exist all over the other parts of the world and the ecosystem is perfectly fine. So there's no reason that the monsters in this part of the world would unbalance the ecosystem. Then you find out that actually the reason why you're here is because there is a giant monster sleeping in an egg that is actually a giant world-ending threat. And if it is released, it could destroy the entire monster in the world. Then, in the DLC, you find another new separate monster that has arrived and is also upsetting the ecosystem. But you know the monster that was eating the giant monster? He has also come back to eat the monster that is now upsetting the ecosystem. Also, you hear this random song in the wind, and then you find out that there is a giant rock bastard who was perfectly fine being in the rock. He was just kind of playing music to the monsters. This giant rock monster bastard is also upsetting the ecosystem, so you have to take care of this monster, then the monster that is eating those monsters, so that the ecosystem and the entire world does not explode. Also, the handler's grandfather is magic. Alright. And then they put a power scaling monster in the game that is so broken that it one-shots you. And that was the last piece of content they ever added to this game.
More.
Do 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 do. Look at my ass. Do 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 do. I am Miku. Good seeing Skip.
メダゼキニジゾラとビシタク
ね、
モキオシジメム
No, don't care.
ルメファミ
Don't care.
トゥザツイラゼビ
Okay.
ルシビテシ
No.
シククズ
Okay.
シトラハトルクジミジ
No, I'm alright. No, I'm
ア
good.
ラデテ
Please. I'm fine.
イクハセリ
えら
モファシスーゼ
I'm good. Thank you.
ナグス
Get it.
とミシルト
Yep. I get it.
ソドレ
Yep.
ケナオル
ゼホ
Alright, we can play the game now. Oh wait, no, we got a little bit more to go. He hates it, chat. He hates it. It's his least favorite game. Why would he play this, chat? Why would he play it? He hates it.
Alpha Kidaki, Rube High.
Promotion for my channel, huh? No, I was gonna pay that guy. Why would you do that? Alright, so we're playing Lance, because Lance is the best weapon in the game. Lance is really cool. And if you know anyone that does not play Lance, they're also a loser. You know what? We don't need these pathetic clothes. We got a Lance. There was a mod on on Nexus that was like replaces the textures for every single Lance and every single launch shield with porn. that was all it did. It put porn on every launch shield. Not the same porn, by the way. Different porns.
CST, Kudashiles.
Alright, so Now that we've already been led through the area and introduced to all the NPCs, we get to reintroduce ourselves to the NPCs. Because they knew that you wouldn't pay attention with an NPC going, Mikaruba, Hakadobi, Hunchak, oh! Pointing at a random guy that you can't see, that the camera slightly pans towards.
Oh.
There you go, he just told you what he did. He just told us that we are in Monster Hunter World specifically to hunt monsters? I don't want to guess that one. Stop saying that word. Which word? Porns? You don't like the plural of porn? So, there is a set of armor in this game called the Defender armor. It is made for people that want to get straight to the DLC. We call those people cowards. Little babies, little baby gamers. Real men wear all the armor. This is the muscular chef. Everyone says he's the best cat chef, except he's not. The street cook is the best cat chef. Because the street cook is an Asian stereotype. He cooks you rice. Yeah. So, one of my big problems with this game is that beyond the tutorials, and this is everyone's complaint, this game is a single-player game disguised as a multiplayer game. And that's really funny, because Monster Hunter games are multiplayer games disguised as single-player games. So, it's the complete opposite of every other game in the series, and I'll explain why. So, in every single Monster Hunter that has had multiplayer features, and most notably online connectivity, when you start the game, you can do the story if you want, and the story is very, it's pretty tutorial heavy. It's not actually the real game. Okay, it's to get you used to how the game works. The real game is the Gathering Hub, the multiplayer section of the game, which is its own separate instance. Your own separate rank, your own separate playtime. Progression in there doesn't rely on you having done any of the story. You could, like, four, once again, my favorite Monster Hunter game. You do the tutorial, which, by the way, the tutorial for 4 is like a minute and a half long, and then it says, alright, go on. If you want to know how to play the game, we've got instruction booklets, read them. If you don't, fuck off. In the starting town, you have the quest-related NPCs, like the main story-related NPCs, and then the Gathering Hub. You go into the Gathering Hub, it has its own separate set of quests, its own separate set of monsters to fight, its own level up mechanic, and you can do it whenever. You could get to, like, the ultimate rank in Monster Hunter in the multiplayer area without having done, like, the first single-player quest. So, you come in with, like, your god-tier gear and having spent, like, 1,000 hours playing with other people. And then just, like, one-shot a Jaggy. And there you go. You can do that. In this game, it did not separate its single-player and multiplayer quests. They are single-player quests where you have the option to play them with other people. You have to have watched the cutscene in order to play multiplayer. So if it is a brand new monster that you have never seen before, you have to have at least tracked it down, which sometimes, if you don't know where it is, can take about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how unlucky you are with the monster moving around. Then, once you spend those 10 to 20 minutes tracking it down, you then have to see a cutscene / introduction of the monster. If you want to play multiplayer, you either have to leave that quest and wait for the other person to watch their cutscene and find their monster, and then join them, or you have to basically sit there and wait for that other person or people to watch their cutscenes, track down their monster, leave their quest, eat food again, then join your quest. So sometimes doing a single quest in this game, or even joining a single quest in this game, can take like half an hour. It's so much easier to just kill the monster and then wait until you're done with the campaign to play multiplayer. Which, by the time you've already done that, the campaign is the only instance of gameplay you get. There's no multiplayer section like in the other games. So once you're done with the story, you're basically done with the game. So once you're done with all the cutscenes and all the tracking and all the extra tidbits, unless you specifically want to grind and farm monsters, you're done. And you haven't really had the opportunity to play with a friend. That is one of the big reasons why I consider this game the worst Monster Hunter game ever. And yet, the single player experience, beyond some of the forced cutscenes and the handler shit, the gameplay is the best it's been in the series. So you like it's a monkey paw situation. You get the best gameplay of any Monster Hunter game ever, and yet the worst like actual multiplayer and Monster Hunter-esque aspects of any of them since like the PlayStation 2 days. But no one really knows what they're missing out, because this is the first like proper mainstream Monster Hunter game. So this is a lot of people's first game. So they have no idea what isn't there. So, you know, the average gamer can look past all the cutscenes and look past a lot of the stuff that is just kind of surface level. And seems like really small things, because, you know, they want to kill monsters, they want to min-max their stats, they want to do farming and like, just hang out with the boys. A trad gamer. And I like other people. I like Monster Hunter before it was cool. It's a funny thing to say, but it's real. The amount of people I have spoken to since this game came out, and they're like, "Oh, this game's my first Monster Hunter game. I love it. It's so good." And then they played like Rise and hated it because it kind of feels more like an actual Monster Hunter game with scum and all. It is unfortunate. So it really is like the average. I drew you as the average gamer, and myself as the hard-chin Chad. But there are so many things that like they can be small, but they add up a lot. If you times a small number by a bigger number, it's still gonna be a big number. And that's the thing that makes me really sad when I play this game. Because like, I really enjoy some of the monster designs in this game, albeit all of them are dinosaurs. All of them are dinosaurs. But like, I love the combat, I love the way the characters move, I really like the clutch claw. The music is phenomenal. How doesn't she get cold? She got a big shield. And it keeps her warm. You know, it keeps the wind out.
Miga.
Well, you either get dinosaur or winged dinosaur, and I think Syra as well, there is a big winged dinosaur. Although I really like Syra's design, and Syra's music is really good. Right. Turn on voice chat. No.
あだダブルドムディファロイ2種類
I don't care about the events. Okay. So now I'm in a session with a random Japanese guy. Where do I see the session ID? There you go. Maybe I'll just pin that in chat. This poor random guy's like session I just joined. There we go. So now I got that. So I can't pin that. Can one of you pin that for me, please? I can't pin on Twitch for some reason. Hello.
So Dead.
Like this is one of the first-ish games where Capcom started rolling out its like huge microtransactions. I mean, Street Fighter had them for years, but this game, so Monster Hunter has historically had lots of collabs, lots of events, and lots of like additional content that was doled out just periodically to keep the game alive. Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, they have like literally they were updating them for like 4 or 5 years constantly, to the point where there's like thousands upon thousands of optional quests, additional monsters to fight, events, collabs, like Mega Man armor, like Zelda content. Fucking, you can turn your Calico into Mario. This game, and I get why, because of how I mean, this game is like the biggest Monster Hunter game in terms of actual, like, not scale, but like demographics and just attention to detail. So I guess it can be kind of difficult to do what they've done before. But this game has a very select few amount of collabs, and the actual event quest, a lot of them do nothing. Like, an unfortunate amount of them do nothing. Because this game has the illusion of endgame content. There really isn't a lot of endgame content. Once you've like farmed the weapon that you want, and all the stats that you wanted to put onto it, which we'll get into the endgame content later. But once you've done all that, there's nowhere you can really go with it. At least before Iceborne. Iceborne's a bit different, but still kind of falls under the same issue. In like 4 and Generations, you would get to a certain rank called G rank, which is technically in this game. Which is like your end game. Like, the monsters are a whole lot harder, they're a lot bigger, they start resisting a lot of things, they start ignoring a lot of things, they don't give a shit about what you're doing or what you're up to, they will just destroy you. And because of all the monster updates and the quests and the content updates, essentially you were perpetually evolving. You were constantly getting new equipment, constantly getting new armors to look at, new weapons, new palico gear, new they have like fun armor. And because of how those games used to work, your progression through like G rank would be like, it would be like water, right? You'd flow right through it because you'd just be doing new quest after new quest after new quest, occasionally repeating some, but then most of the time it would just be a lot of new stuff to do to rank up. In this game, they don't have that. There is not. Thank you for the posture chat. I'm not shrugging right now. There's not a lot of actual endgame content in this game. Like, there's some, but a lot of it is, like, 1 or 2 new quests. Like, let me put it in perspective. One of the monsters I mentioned earlier, you can only fight it at the end of the DLC once you've basically leveled up to 100+ Master Rank, right? And to get to 100+ Master Rank, it actually takes you, like, weeks, depending on who you are. Okay? For me, it would have taken weeks. And that is just a single quest. And if that quest doesn't give you armor or a weapon, there's no reason to do it. If it doesn't give you a weapon for your weapon of choice, there's no reason. If the armor buff is not worth it for you, then there's no reason to do that quest. So there's no reason to farm for the endgame content. Because Master Rank and G Rank in Rise, I mean, G Rank did it a bit differently in Rise, but in this game, Master Rank, the only thing you're really caring about is number go up. Achievements are cool, but some of the achievements in this game are fucking insane and stupid and are kinda not worth it. I'm saying this to an achievement-aholic, everybody. Fern has an obsessive compulsion with getting achievements in video games. But, like, if the achievement isn't fun to get, I'm not gonna bother getting it. Like, I don't platinum games just to platinum them. I platinum them because I like the game. One of the few games I've platinumed is Bloodborne, because I love Bloodborne, and one of the most difficult achievements in that game is to get every single weapon. Which is great, because I like using every single weapon. But yeah, the end game for Monster Hunter World, unless you've really only got one game to play, or unless you're going for the min-maxiest, like, oh, I want to speedrun this fight, or oh, I want to get all my stats up, which is an already unfortunate obsession that this community created for this game specifically. Like, there's not much reason. And even still, at the end of the game, you are still running into the issue where there are monsters and fights that you have to track down and get a cutscene for in order to fight them with your friends. It's not a good way to go about it. One thing I do love about this game is the upgrade system. This upgrade system is very new to this game. He's posted a quest. I will not be joining you on said quest, my friend. Wait. Okay, right, we're selling all these weapons. Get them out of it. Astune Michael only needs one weapon type. Get the fuck out of here. You can't sell the Guardian stuff. Cause in the old Monster Hunter games, they had this system called armor penalties, right? Which is armor that you buy and equip. Any piece of armor will come with positives and negatives, right? So the whole point of armor and gem slotting and the end game was getting armor sets that nicely balance out the positives in the way of the negatives. So like, let's say you had armor that was like crit plus, right? So when you got enough pieces of the equipment, it would increase your critical strike chance, or it would increase your crit damage. That armor would also typically come with like defense down, or like extra stamina consumption, so that you're playing a bit more risk versus reward. So like, oh yeah, I do the big damage, but I also take like double the amount of damage I was taking before. World and games since have got rid of that. There is no armor penalties anymore, and it means that end game is set to 1 or 2 specific pieces of gear. Like, with the loss of armor negatives, people started to get really, really crazy and freaky about your numbers. Like, are you armoring effectively? Are you doing the meta builds? Monster Hunter has had meta before, but it was you couldn't really enforce it before, because it was like the most information we had on Monster Hunter is these like 700-page long wikis and like Reddit posts. The only reason I ever had a Reddit account was so that I could talk to other people online about Monster Hunter and Monster Hunter 4 and like the builds and what weapons I wanted to use. And the way the world works and now current Monster Hunter, and with all like the newer people, and I know it's not nice to be like, oh, the new people, they ruined it. But with a lot of the newer people, you get like a lot of the, because this game became very mainstream, so you got a lot of the like, it's weird, but we got a lot of the FPS players, the Dark Souls players, a lot of the more judgmental game players, and they started gatekeeping hunts if you don't have the right stats and the right equipment. Like, there is a weapon that you get at the end of the DLC for this game that, if you don't have that weapon, some people will just kick you from their parties because it's not the meta weapon, and it's just, that's not a fun atmosphere to be in. To go into a quest with someone just to fight a monster, for them to go, oh yeah, no, you can't join us, you don't have these quirks, and you don't have the perfect armor that you need to kill this monster to get. But you haven't killed this monster yet, so you don't have that armor, so we don't want you to help us kill this monster to get the armor, because you don't have that monster's armor yet. These are real things that have been said, by the way. To me as well. It's not nice. There are 2 separate weapons, so there's a monster called Safijiva, right? It's a raid boss, which already like this game isn't necessarily a live service game. This game is not specifically designed to hold consumer attention. So to have a monster slash boss that you literally require multiple people to fight, well, before the a few changes were made, but the fact that there were monsters that you actively need multiple people for, this game was on the PlayStation, by the way, a service that you actively need an active subscription, which is like God knows how much a month, in order to play with people. And there's content that you just wouldn't be able to if you didn't have a subscription to the online. And then if you had a subscription to the online, and you wanted to fight that monster with them, if you didn't have that monster's gear already, and you joined the wrong party of people, you just... yeah, you're just not playing with them. That monster, the Safijiva, it comes with weapons that specifically, if you upgrade them correctly, they can have the high, well, some of the highest attack in the game, the highest crit, and they come with one special bonus armor perk. Because armor in this game, almost a lot of the later monsters, they come with built-in perks. So you equip more pieces of that specific armor set, and you get a perk with it. But there is meta perks. Because how this game works, which is really fun, is everything is all about raw attack output and crit. The more crits you get, the more raw attack you can get. The more raw attack, the more default damage you do. Then there are perks that you have to have with those separate buffs, like the one that makes it so that you don't lose durability on durability weapons when you get a crit. So then you min-max your weapon to have the highest raw damage output and the highest amount of crit points you can put into it, so you basically 100% crit all the time. You do 100% raw unfiltered damage, because monsters have affinity differences. Raw damage has no affinity difference, and no like damage difference. It's just flat damage. So Elemental immediately gets trumped by just going all in on Unga Bunga. So you now have to set your build around crit, attack, and the armor buff that stops your weapon from losing durability. Because if you don't lose durability, oh, voice crack. Oh, sorry, puberty hit me then. If you don't lose durability, you won't have to sharpen, which is a time sink, and you won't lose any damage, because when you lose sharpness, you lose a bit of damage. So it's all about uptime. So you basically, if you want to play endgame, a lot of the nowadays Reddit boys will be like, okay, so you have to have these very specific few perks if you want to play with us. Meanwhile, back in like Monster Hunter 4 days, you could have like the silliest goofy set. Like, you could be a pig mask wearing dude that eats mushrooms and throws out like fart bombs to make monsters stinky. And that's your build. And you just join people and be like, I'm the stinky guy. And people be like, alright, we got the stinky guy this time, let's go. Obviously, that's not everyone that plays this game, but it is a unfortunate vast majority. I have not been paying attention to us like just murdering little wildlife. Oh, I did install a very specific mod, by the way. It does this. No, the mod didn't work. No. Oh. It's supposed to be when you sharpen, it does the noise. But I think that was the mod that was breaking my game, so it doesn't work anymore. Like, so I was gonna get a mod for this game because I was just gonna try and get through like the main default story quite fast. But there's a mod for this game that's like, hey, here's a mod that makes this Lance like usable late game. By the way, I've beaten this entire game with Lance and I had no issues, but it was like essentially every single attack that you can do with it, it just kind of increased them by 5 damage. Just 5 on like every stat. And I was just thinking, like, why are the numbers so specific that 5 damage to everything is like optimal? That 5 damage is like a few seconds faster at killing a monster. I don't know why it would be necessary. That's what bugs me about games like this, is it's all the numbers. My favorite armor set in this game that I had on the character that I deleted was I could block any attack, including laser beams, so you can parry laser beams with this fucking weapon. And I regenerate health past like the health regeneration threshold. So I basically turn into like an MMO tank. It's so fun. But because I hadn't spec'd all like damage buffs and stuff, some people they were like, oh, I checked your gear, yeah, we don't want to party with you. You kill monsters too slow. I killed them like 15 seconds slower than like a dual blade user. It's one of my issues with Final Fantasy at the moment as well. People talk about numbers non-stop, and it made me not want to do raiding anymore. Get your booty over here. Come on. You bastard! Now we get the really fun stuff. Now we get to have fun with the game. Oh god, her voice while she's downing a monster is not the nicest.
So, Mishiramu, then you roll you.
So this is why the lance is the best weapon in the game. Because you can do that. The best bit about this weapon is you can stay inside of a monster's nutsack for the duration of your entire hunt. And it's so good. It's the gun weapon. No, can you latch onto him, please? You also get a really cool move. You can use the shield. Oh, he's leaving. Never mind. Iceborne added this really cool move where you parry a monster and you immediately latch onto it, and for the duration that you're on it, you have super armor. Shirts tomorrow? Well, I don't get the shirts tomorrow, because they're all shipping to yours, right? I was also gonna make a custom redeem for this stream that made it so that you had to force me to cook whatever.
前ね
Oops.
ビテ振るの どうらしの
Get fucked. Like, I know I said I've got my problems with the gameplay loop, but as someone who just loves fighting monsters, the gameplay loop for me personally, without thinking about like how it actually works, I love it. So how I play this game is instead of swapping weapons, I will make a character that specifically uses just a single line of weapons. So I'm using lances in this run. I will attempt to make every weapon in the tree. Right, let me see if I can do the parry. I want to do the parry because it looks really cool. Oh, fucker. Come here. Oh, you can't clutch claw parry a Great Jaguars because he's too small, I think. No, that can't be right. I swear I've done that before. You gonna do it? Oh, okay, bye. When we start to fight some of the more aggressive monsters, it gets really fun. Because I can just stay inside of them and parry them repeatedly. That's why I'm really happy that I'm completely fine with being naked at the moment, which is a sentence. Because I kind of have faith in the fact that I'm probably not gonna instantly die. Get fucked! Oh, that didn't work. Get into that wall then. He said gorilla. He said gorilla. Gorilla? Final Fantasy? Wait, no, Garulla's from the... That's from Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. Magaruba Hakadumi Shinkaniki. I think the Monster Hunter world is just like a simple evolution from The Sims. Like something fucked up happened in The Sims, and now we're here. That's why they all talk the same. Because Simlish and Monster Hunter speak sounds very similar. Because Monster Hunter speak is it's like really broken Japanese. Oh, that's a look. Welcome back. Also, Owl, I saw that you like bows. I can't play bows. I'm not good at them. I've tried them in this game, I've tried them in the old games, I've tried them in Rise. I'm not good at them. I don't understand how to do the big damage. I will use them and it feels like I'm just hitting them with pebbles. Lance is my baby, because I like parrying. I really like just deflecting attacks. Ooh. Ooh, look at me. Ooh. Skip the cutscene. A new cutscene has been added to the gallery. So, typically as well, even if you wanted to play multiplayer with someone, you have to go into a place called the Gathering Hub, right? Which is not here. It's its own separate instance. But You cannot talk to critical NPCs, typically upgrade equipment, or get information on monsters while in the Gathering Hub. So you can't get new things to hunt, you can't get new information on the things to hunt, and you can't upgrade your gear while you're in the Gathering Hub. So the Gathering Hub is kind of pointless, because you can also join your friends through Syra. You can join your friends through the handler, you can join your friends through this, which means that like you don't have to listen to the handler talking. So the Gathering Hub is kind of pointless. It's very stinky.
B, gila.
Thankfully, I have a mod that adds critical NPCs to the Gathering Hub. What critical do I have? Let's kill the campsite. Okay. Oh, I think we get to fight a big birdie. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. So, there's also one last common complaint that I will decidedly try not to make all the time, which is Monster Hunter is very famous for having big, special, unique weapons based on the monsters that you fight. This game, for whatever reason, they've given reasons, but I'm not quite sure I agree with them. They decided to scrap that, and a lot of the weapons in this game look like metal poles or bone poles with kind of shit just slapped on them. Including some of the weapons that have monster designs on them. Just got their things removed. The biggest comparison, let me see if I can find it, is so there's a monster I really like called the Zinogre. Okay? It's a giant electric, like, bear monster thing. I think this is the right image because I don't want to cancel myself here. But where am I? Where's my download? So this is the original Zinogre Greatsword, right? It kind of looks like a Power Rangers weapon. It looks awesome. That's the Monster Hunter World version. There's no bigger picture for it, I'm afraid. But it is metal axe with some shit slapped on it. And, yeah. They did eventually fix it with one of the optional DLC added monsters, but the original version of the monster that was added into the game gets the crusty JPEG. It's the same with the final monster for the DLC called Fatalis. Fatalis, I think it was the bow, or I think it was one of the guns, was supposed to be like just a giant Fatalis head. It was just supposed to be a big head of the monster. And instead, it's just a weird black bow. It's just a black bow with some shit on it. Such a... yeah.
Omato, Hashi Hakura, Otaoki Rera, Jimeno Mi, Iha today.
I don't even know if it was like, it wasn't even supposed to be realism. The explanation they've given for it is that they just wanted to kind of like come up with their own new art style. Or at least that's the excuse Capcom has used for not replacing the weapons in Rise. But like, yeah, one of the big excuses given was like they just wanted to branch out with their own art style. Yeah, that art style is just big metal. Like I could probably make something better in Blender. There's a mod that adds back in a bunch of the old Monster Hunter weapons for certain monsters that took them out. And it also adds a bunch of like custom community fan-made weapons for the monsters that came into this game and only have like their shitty metal weapons. He's a fisher. There's fishing in this game. And it's really cool, but it disables all the... Is there only swimming pool in French? Wait, really? Why would you know that? Fucking... Why do you know French? That's weird. Are you okay? Who hurt you? You lived in France for... I'm so sorry. That must have been tough. Oh yeah, just gonna go swimming in the fucking piscine. Oh, oh. Oh my god, you deafened me. What a monster. Go away. So, cool thing with this weapon, you can parry monster rolls. Get fucked! Goose, you always come here, say, hey, it's been a while, and then disappear for another month. What do you mean evade? I don't need to evade. Oh, I love this weapon. You have school shit to do? I hope that's uni stuff. Oh my god. No, I didn't get the parry. Ow! Can I not be here right now, please? Oh! Check dooms. I'll check dooms. Let me... No, I don't want to put armor on. That's the one thing I don't want to do. Yes, please. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. So this game doesn't tell you a lot about certain systems. It tries its best to give you tutorials, but it also doesn't go too in depth with it. Little tip for anyone playing this game newly: always make herbal medicine. It cures poison and it also heals you. It is a lot better than antidotes and it's a lot faster to use. Thank you. I'm tired of you coming in for like 5 minutes going, hello, it's been a while, and then leaving for another like 2 months and doing that again. So they also made a weird change to this game. And I get kind of why they did it, for like multiplayer reasons, but also they didn't need to because it doesn't make sense. But in the other Monster Hunter games, any that you could have a Palico, or whatever the fuck the guys in 3 are, you can have 2 of them. You can have 2 separate cats by your side at once. And for some reason in World, they removed it. And it certainly wasn't for balancing, because the cats, what they can do in this game, they do exactly the same shit they do in the other games. I don't understand quite why they did it. Where is... Oh, there you are. Hello. Get fucked. Oh, don't lock on. Get into that tree, good boy. Now's your chance, hit it with all your might. He says I miss several times. Stop pushing me away. Also, nobody pinned the lobby code, by the way. I asked for it to be pinned because I can't pin. And nobody pinned it. Oh! Yeah, look at my two best mods right there. Fucking up once again. Oh, you can't parry that tail. Stop being such a bottom. What, you were doing bottom noises in my chat? Please don't. It'll make people uncomfortable. Wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I said bottom noises, not like her asshole. Oh, Michael, you're in danger. At the bottom, jeans, boots with the jeans. Everybody was looking at jeans. She hit the jeans, she hit the jeans. I forgot how, like, you can spend so much time inside of a monster with a lance that your sharpness goes like nobody's business. Look at him! Look at the big tubby boy! I love Jaggers. Jaggers is good. So another cool thing with Lance is you can do this for some reason.
に
Nick Jagger. What? See you later, friend. Did audio die? Oh boy. Oh god, I'm gonna die to fire. Being naked is a really good idea. Never mind, I was just kidding. God, I love this weapon so much. It like genuinely is my favorite feeling weapon. Just being able to do that to a big dinosaur? Just tell it to go fuck itself? Ow, that didn't count as a parry. Ho ho ho! Yeah, you okay? Okay. Alright, we're going over here. Don't kill me. Woohoo! No!
You Tayu, Chunirimu Tomuki,
Oh,
Rito.
Who wants my beads? I wonder how much of this game could we get away with by being naked. I think the only thing that would, like, fix our issues is, better food. I think I could play quite a big chunk of this without wearing clothes. Because as I mentioned, clothes and armor give you buffs. And not just, like, normal buffs, but they also give you extra defense, of course. So... Can you fucking not, please? So, I have a fun story about the way I move the camera in this game. I primarily grew up playing this game on the PSP. Not this one, obviously. But I primarily grew up playing this game on the PSP. Which, if you know what a PSP looks like, it only has one analog stick. So, how we used to have to move the camera and look at monsters was we used to have to play in this grip called the Claw! Oh, hello, Onikaku. Yes. We had this thing that gave you horrible joints in your fingers called the Claw. Which, if you want to do the Claw, you do a C with your finger. And then you imagine using your index finger to turn a camera while your thumb is moving the character on the screen, and it will fuck up your joints. Yes, that's how you hold your controller. You used to have to do that on the PSP one, and you also have to do that on the 3DS one. I would to like cycle my items, but I'm so used to being on Monster Hunter 4, where in Monster Hunter 4 I would just cycle through my items with L and then Y and A. So instead of giving yourself future hand problems when you're an adult, I would typically either play the game like this or play the game like this, and then just kind of deal with the fact that this is all I'm going to see, and then basically place the monster based on sound and how often I'm taking damage. Which works really, really well for Lance, because Lance, you can like shuffle around a little bit, and when you block, it's like your hitbox becomes a big triangle, not a cone in front of you. Like your actual hitbox is a traffic cone. So anywhere that the monster hits you, that isn't this little tiny pixel of your left shoulder blade, you're perfectly fine. So not having to move the camera, I'm sorry if it's bad for streams, but it's how I play this game. It's also how I play Final Fantasy. How I play Final Fantasy 14, because I click my buttons with my mouse. So I don't move my camera that much. So I play the game in Final Fantasy, I play it in bird's eye view. And that's how I manage my movement. I missed the claw. Hey, Giggle.
Mina!
I think she wants me to capture ants or spiders. Woodland protects. It's easy. Say that's easy. Press here. Yeah! So, I had a friend at one point. We are no longer friends, and I will not talk specifically ill of them. But one of the huge disagreements we had was with this game, where one of the big reasons they said that this game was the best game in the series is because it looks the nicest, and it has the most crap on screen at once. And that was their only reason that they could really come up with as to why this is one of the best games in the series. Yeah, it's not a good argument. I love the way this game looks, and talking about like how the community has changed because this game came out and like took off is a lot of the people that played this game and now are trying to play the other Monster Hunter games and played Rise is they were like, oh, Graphis is what means the most. And if I remember they were like, yeah, no, Rise is shit, it doesn't look good as World. And I just I grew up playing these games on a 3DS and a PSP. Okay, the PSP might be a HD console, but that HD goes a long fucking way to get there. Like, I'll mention it again, the Palico Fur, like, that's a good, like, talking point of, like, how can you say this game's graphics are great when you can look at the Palico Fur and, like, actually want to have a seizure? I guess yes, unless you count the Wii U as a major console release. Although it was joined with the 3DS version. Like they were crossplay enabled, which was actually really fun. Because I could play the game on my 3DS and then I could come home and play the game on my TV, and it would be fucking great. Hey, don't knock the 3DS, okay? 3DS is one of my favorite consoles ever made. And it had some of the best games ever made, too. Like, Nintendogs and Cats. Oh! Yeah, this is the first, like, proper home console release a Monster Hunter game had had. And for once, because Monster Hunter games were really niche, and they were really niche for a few reasons. One of them is the consoles that they were releasing on, because as much as I love the PSP, it didn't, like, it wasn't an amazing console in terms of, like, people picking it up and playing. Like, if you talk to anyone nowadays, they'll be like, oh, the PSP? That thing on my shit! But in actuality, the PSP did fucking nothing. And then the 3DS, one of my favorite consoles of all time. Genuinely, one of my favorite consoles of all time. But it was also a Nintendo console in a time period where no one wanted to play Nintendo. Nintendo at the time was the little girls' console. Because obviously, like, I think when the 3DS came out, a lot of games had just released. Like, I think Halo Reach came out around the same time as the 3DS. So obviously the Xbox was booming. PS3 was getting HD ports of every fucking game under the sun. It had Last of Us HD 4K remake on the PlayStation 3. It had fucking Metal Gear Solid HD remake. The Kingdom Hearts games were coming out on it. So, like, PS3 was doing fantastic. Xbox was doing great. So no one really wanted to have, like, the Wii U and the 3DS. Because, like, people would look at the 3DS and go, oh, it's the Nintendo's console. It's the game you can play Hello Kitty on and Mario. But to me, it was the console I got to play Ocarina of Time 3D and fucking 3 amazing Monster Hunter games. One of them, for me, the best in the series. Monster Hunter, not Zelda, even though I like Majora's Mask. I'm gonna die! Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there! Oh, A Link Between Worlds is amazing. I fucking love that game. I own the Link Between Worlds 3DS. I own the Link Between Worlds 3DS. I own the Zelda Majora's Mask 3DS that I use as a display 3DS. I currently use the Monster Hunter Doggle Cross 3DS. So, if anyone wants to know my allegiance to this series, I bought a Japanese exclusive 3DS so I could play the game early. Because I fucking love that game. Oh! But yeah, like, PSP and 3DS, that's where the Monster Hunter games were stationed for years. Well, the main title releases anyway. We had Monster Hunter Online, which I helped put the translation into the game. So that was really fun. Well, there you go. I love Monster Hunter so much. I did something that I didn't know I could ever do, or really knew how to do. I helped put a fan translation into a fucking, like, Korean-only MMO from Monster Hunter. But like, yeah, no one was gonna play the game on the PSP. No one was gonna play Monster Hunter on the 3DS. No one who wasn't already waiting for a Monster Hunter game. So this was the first game where like people that actually owned consoles at the current time and weren't owning a fucking 3DS could finally play it. And as I said, they actually marketed this one. There's like next to no promotional material besides like Nintendo Direct for the early Monster Hunter stuff. There's trailers, but those trailers only showed in Nintendo Directs. They didn't show anywhere else. So how the hell was anyone supposed to know that Monster Hunter was coming out when they didn't even bother with it? And then because of like obviously Resident Evil coming back. I think no, Resident Evil hadn't come back yet. No, it had, because Resident Evil 7 was fantastic, and lots of people played the shit out of it. And they were like, this is what the series has needed this whole time! And yet, I think what the series really needed was to be a little less stupid and racist. So, yeah. I don't know where I was going with this. I kind of went off on a tangent about how much I like playing the 3DS. I plan to, at some point, play Monster Hunter 4. I really want to. I want to go back to it. Because 4 is just fantastic. It introduced the Charge Blade, which is one of my favorite weapons in the series. It introduced the Insect Glaive, which is one of my favorite weapons in this game. The Insect Glaive is fucking phenomenal in this game. My main save file that has like 500 hours in it, he mains Insect Glaive because it's so fun. And a dating sim. That's not real. Also, I don't know how to get up to where the engine up is. I think I've gone the wrong way. Insect Glaive is fantastic if you use it correctly. That's the point. Well, I don't know. Capcom could have released some kind of stupid dating sim. They got Monster Hunter Stories. That game's fucking stupid. When they announced the Monster Hunter RPG, I was so fucking excited to play it. And then it turned into Stories, and I don't know. It's okay. But the fact that it's not a real RPG, and it's just a rock, paper, scissors simulator, is really bothersome. You know, one of my favorite monsters is called Nibblesnarf. It is just a giant mouth. Nibblesnarf. I have lots of really fun favorites from Monster Hunter games. See, this is also a thing that is kind of sad that it's missing from this, but it's less of like a huge complaint point. Because I understand a lot of how the development for this game went, and I understand how annoying it would have been to implement some of that stuff, but like, there are some really crazy, unique monsters. Like, there's a giant floating island squid, there's a bug, right? Because there's bug monsters. There's a bug monster called a Celtus. And it's this, like, giant sword, four-headed beetle. And it has a wife. It has a canonical wife called the Celtus Queen. And the Celtus Queen is, like, this giant, like, It's hard to explain what she is. She's like a giant flat scorpion. And instead of like a scorpion stinger, it's like a claw. And she picks the Celtus up and uses him like a sword. They have like an actual like monster fusion to fight you with. That's the shit that no one gets to experience at the moment. I won't say any more, because who knows what they'll end up adding at some point. I can't talk for Wilds. I hope Wilds is amazing. I will reserve how excited I am for it when it comes out. But a giant bug scorpion, like, it's huge, by the way. It's like a fucking platform. Like, you could kind of stand on it if it's big enough. And she uses her, like, it's not a husband, it's like a canonical mate, because they folk. And she just uses him like a sword. Nothing else has done that in these games. These new ones, anyway. There's giant floating island squid, there's bugs that use each other as weapons. They're kind of in this game slightly. They're in the DLC, but they're different races called Yaku and Kutku. So Yakus and Kutkus, they're actually not specific. Like there's one called Yan. Is it Yan Kutku in this game? I think it's Yan Kutku. But like the Kutkus and the Yans are just like kind of a subspecies of lots of different ones. And they all, when they're in like the right environment, they all flourish. Like there's one, I think it is in the DLC for this game. It's like Yan Kuku, or Yan Garuga, and it's like this giant, like angry turkey thing, and it has this beak that specifically it stores things in. And there's a monster in the old games called it's not a Celtus, because the Celtus is a big one. A Conchu. I think it's Conchu. Which is like this like beetle armadillo thing that curls up into a ball, and when it's in a ball, it's basically impenetrable. And the Yan, I think it's the Yangaruga or the Yankuku, they'll pick it up in its beak and use it like a fucking projectile. They'll shoot other, like, tiny monsters at you like bullets. It's so fucking cool. That's what I love about the Monster Hunter games. And that's why this game, it to me, like, I unfortunately can't say objectively because some people might get upset about it, but heavy swaying subjectivity. This game is not a good Monster Hunter game because it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that fun. Are you leaving the lookout? Yeah, you leaving the lookout, aren't you? You just woke up to leave. No, come back. No. Don't leave. Like, so there's an owl. I think it's called like Malfesto or something. Sorry, there's thousands of monsters. I'm not gonna be permanently caught up on all of them. And it's like this cool owl that turns invisible. And one of its big things is obviously because it's an owl, its head can rotate 360. So, like, effectively, you'll never really be able to get the jump on it, and it will always be facing you in terms of like actually being like front facing with you. And because of that, it can do some like really fun jumpy attacks because it like just spins and immediately catches you off guard. It's fantastic. The best this game gets is one of the dinosaurs can shoot a fire beam. like Nibblesnarf. Nibblesnarf is this he doesn't quite look like what's that fish? Angler. He doesn't quite look like an anglerfish. He's heavily based on one. But I don't remember if he has the little dangly thing on the top of his head. But he's just a giant anglerfish that's a giant fucking mouth. And he'll like eat things that are on the floor, including the hunter. And you can like put bombs down on the floor and he'll just fucking like come out of the ground and like eat the bombs and then like blow up, and it's so cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's a Kuliuku. Yes, I wanna devote founder, so I wanna be a founder. I can't watch him though because he's playing like a dragon and I don't want spoilers.
Ah.
I'll play a stream on there so I can support him. There's another monster. It's in the beginning of Monster Hunter 4. And it's called a Kechawacha, right? Which is already like, you try to say Kechawacha without smiling even a little bit. Like, even the fucking name just gives you like a little bit of a smile. And you say Kechawacha, and it's like, yeah, that's great. I'm having fun. It's a giant elephant monkey. And it has like a mask, like its ears are a mask that it can fold over its eyes. And it has like a very nice tribal aesthetic. And the whole point of it is that it will, it's when they added differentiating terrain. So there's now like proper roofs to environments that you can climb up and climb down. Because not only is Monster Hunter 4 the biggest Monster Hunter game, not only did it add 2 brand new weapons that are now staples, it also added climbing and elevation. So it's a fucking triple threat in terms of what you can do with a Monster Hunter game. And the Kechawacha, he'll like grab onto the ceiling and like flip around and stuff because he's a monkey. And then he'll put the mask over his face, because obviously a lot of monsters, when they're above you, you flashbang them to get them off the ceiling or to stop them from flying. Because of his mask, you can't flashbang him, and it makes the fight a lot more fun, because it encourages you to like climb up onto the roof and like hit his claw so you knock him down. And when he gets knocked down, he makes really silly noises and he flails around like a like a monkey. I love it. When I think and talk about fighting monsters from the old games, I have this just big smile on my face and I think about how fun it is to fight them. And then I think about monsters I fight in this game, and unfortunately Rise, and I don't have quite the same impact. Oh fuck, I ran out of stamina. Oh. Ow. So, there's a monster that's teased in this game. Called a Delameter. Delameter is one of my favorite monsters ever. It's one of my favorite fights. What it is a giant snake that is the size of a mountain. And I don't mean like, oh yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of big. It's, yeah, it's a pretty fun fight. No, it coils around a mountain, and you climb to the top in order to just fight its head. In fact, if I remember correctly, the way you fight it is it's coiled around a mountain that is next to the mountain that you're stood on. And it leans over at you, and that's how you fight it. Like, that's so fucking cool, dude. And I can't think of anything in this or Rise where I've had that same reaction where I've been like, okay, this is like a new high for me. Also, actually, Monster Hunter 4 isn't the triple threat, it's the quadruple threat. It also added mounting to monsters. The mechanic that is so heavily abused in this game was added in 4. And in 4, it's, I mean, it's not necessarily that hard to begin with. But it's a bit harder than it is in this game. Get into that wall, buddy. No! Oh, I love Lance so much. You can also change your, like, attack direction midair. You can, like, attack behind you. I fucking love this weapon. It's so good! Lance is your chance, and no one else is best. Lance is foodie. When we eventually get some Lance perks, I won't be taking any damage from blocking attacks. So you can kind of just ignore everything. You can also get it so that you reduce the amount of stamina you use when you, like, pop or block. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Other monsters in the series, there's giant crabs. It is now time for crab. And they specifically have to turn sideways in order to, like, run towards you and attack you, and it's so funny. There's a monster I really like called the Gypsaros, or Gypsaros, however you want to fucking say it. It's Gypsaros to me. The best way I can describe it is a pigeon dinosaur. Like, it kind of resembles a pigeon, but it's also very evidently like a dinosaur. And how it works is it has on the tip of its nose, where, like, the pigeons have those, like, you know, the big, like, fleshy bits. On the tip of its nose, it has a thing that reflects light, so it can flashbang you on command. But this monster is a very cowardly monster. It's a little baby. It doesn't like fighting. So one of its main mechanics in the old games was you would deal enough damage to it, and it would pretend to die. And, like, the first time you've ever seen it, like, you don't know what's happening. Like, you think it's dead, so you try to start carving it because it gives you the option to carve it. And all of a sudden, the bridge on its nose starts lighting up rapidly, and then it flashbangs you and it fucks you because you fell for its trick. It's so good. It doesn't actually fuck you, okay? Or there are big monkeys called congas. Okay, one of the main ones is congalala. How they work is they are very gluttonous, hungry boys, but they're also fat tubsters. They always will carry food in their tails. They have like a really curly tail, and it will curl up like a mushroom or a berry or something inside of it to feed them later on in a fight. When it eats, it gets extreme amounts of gas, and it will literally fart on you. It shits itself mid-fight. And it gives you a debuff called Stinky, actually called Stinky, and it makes it so that you can't eat items or use any kind of item while you stink, and it's so good. Those are all like the monsters and just the little things that I want them to put back into Monster Hunter. Rise started to feel more like a Monster Hunter game, but it was kind of missing some certain details. Like it had the music, it had some of the returning monsters that hadn't been in a game in a while. A lot of the fights were fun, and it kind of felt very arcadey again. But I don't know. I know it's only been 2 games, this and Rise, but it feels like we're at a point that we're not gonna get back to again. Like, I just feel like they don't have a need for it, and they don't want to, because obviously we have a pretty big crowd now that expects Monster Hunter to be kind of this, like, realistic, gritty world sim where monsters happen to exist. And it's not that. It's this fun, bizarre world where giant monkeys shit themselves and big dragons could be goofy and shoot lasers at the same time. Like the Palicos. The Palicos are severely understated in this game. They're taken very seriously. In other Monster Hunter games, like, they are the punchline of every joke. There'll always be something going on in the background where a Palico is eating shit, or getting blown up, or killed, or, like, just thrown all over the place. And it kind of happens in this game with your character's Palico. But in terms of all the other Palicos and all the other cats that are around, it doesn't happen too much. Like, there are some things, like, in the Escula Chefs, there's, like, a cat making soup. Oh no, there's a cat cooking meat, and every now and again he'll, like, blow on the heat, and the heat will get too much, and it'll, like, blow him away. And they added a lot more of it in Iceborne, where you have this entire quest chain to take pictures of cats, which is one of my favorite additions, by the way. You just have to go take pictures of cats. But it's time-based, weather-based, and you have to hope to RNG that you get both of those at the perfect time. Anyway, there's some really funny interactions. Like, there's a couple of cats that are, like, on a boat ride in the middle of, like, an acid lake. and a fish like hits the little leaf that they're sailing on, and they almost fall in the water, and they like save each other, and the look of like relief when they don't die is so cute. They like actually are like really scared for their life, and it's just really cute when they don't die. Do 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 do. All in all, I like Monster Hunter, and I have a lot to say about it. If you've never played Monster Hunter before, I would recommend buying this game. Like, I know that I've had a lot of not 100% good things to say about this game, but this game is a fantastic game, and if you don't really care about having to know about the series and get invested in it, and you just want a game where you could kill monsters, this is a good game. It's what I'll say when it comes to like remakes and remasters and stuff, which is the original game still exists. No, I can. Okay, that. I said this game is not a good Monster Hunter game, but it is a fantastic video game. It's one of the best. The actual core gameplay of this game alone is great. If you have no prior attachment to the series and have no expectations, this game is amazing. As long as you ignore like some of the cutscenes that are a bit annoying, which, you know, a lot of people can, because there's a high chance that a lot of people playing this game will just be talking shit with their friend in a Discord while the cutscenes happen, and then they'll be like, alright, let's hunt together, dude. But yeah, like, cause the Monster Hunter series that I know is not this anymore. And it would be really unfair to continue to expect it to either go back to what it used to be or turn into something similar. We're like, it's the same conversation about hyper-realistic graphics in video games nowadays, where a lot of games back in the day had a specific art style because of graphical limitations and I mean lack of hardware. So they would have to specifically make something that would stand out and wouldn't in a couple of weeks look like shit, right? Nowadays a lot of games look like this, and eventually they age really fast. Or just kind of end up looking at, like, you know, like you can see where she moves and it looks a bit jaggedy. But a lot of games will end up looking like this now because we don't have as many limitations. So a lot of games will end up looking samey. And it's the same with Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter will not look or feel the same way, and I don't mean that in a graphical standpoint, I mean that in a gameplay standpoint. They will not be in the same realm because you don't have as many limitations anymore. Yes. You can fix your delay. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What delay? I don't know what delay you're talking about. What delay?
ネミキクールネストドレ上ジガラクーム
Yurina.
I don't know what delay you're fucking talking about.
Oh.
That's a a skill issue if I've ever seen one. There's nothing we can really make. I can wishlist this. But, yeah, the reason why the old Monster Hunter games played the same way they did and had such a specific focus on the things that I really enjoyed about them is because everywhere else they had limitations. I used to really like how heavy and clunky the game felt, because it felt like you actually had to commit to how you play the game. And it was like that because, you know, lack of buttons on a portable controller, the animations were quite limited. So, I mean, there's kind of not much of a reason why it's been clunky for years, but oh well. But now, because the game is on, like, bigger hardware, like, you don't need the clunky movement. We now have, like, the super fast and slick movement that feels fantastic. That's not as weighty as it used to be. It feels a bit more, like, arcadey. That's not a bad thing, though. I kind of like that it feels arcadey. I really like the combat in this game. And it's funny that that's also why we don't have as many monsters anymore. Is because they hadn't really changed the game much from the PlayStation 2 versions to the portable versions. And with that, it meant that they didn't need to change any of the skeletons, really. And also, lack of graphics meant that they could kind of make monsters a bit faster. Because, and trust me, I know what I'm talking about when I say this, when it comes to like 3D models and stuff, it is a whole lot easier to texture something that is lower res. And it's a whole lot easier to build something that's lower res. Whereas these new Monster Hunter games, they're on specific engines that have nothing to do with Monster Hunter. So all the things that they had to put in were from scratch. All the bones, they did... Like, the monsters in this game are all no-capped. All the monsters, all the hunters, all the movement, even the palicos, they're all no-capped. And it's why it feels so grounded and like impactful, yet also feeling kind of arcadey. Because obviously the people moving around in the no-cap didn't have heavy armor on. But they were allowed to move quite freely. And it's nice. Right. Hello, Emma. What are we doing? We hunting a Pukey? Or hunting a Pukey? I love Pukey. It's one of my favorites. I used to have Pukey underwear. No, I used to have a Pukey hoodie. I had Monster Hunter underwear, not Pukey underwear. Also, a lot of what makes these games feel different now is, it's inherently a good thing, which is, they've lessened the amount that you need to farm for things in this game. Because Monster Hunter games have always been pretty farmy and pretty grindy. Yeah, they got little cats on them. I love my little cats. Yeah, the other Monster Hunter games, not only did they have really shit tutorials, like they really would not help you play the game at all. So a lot of new players, like, they would not want to play the games because they would just be like, alright, asshole, like, I said it earlier, the tutorial for Monster Hunter 4 is 1.5 minutes long, and then it goes, okay, if you want to know more, go read some shit. So, like, if you're not someone that wants to read the tutorials, you either gotta figure it out on your own, like I did, or just stop playing. And it came down to that with, like, crafting recipes and ingredients and knowing what to do for weapons, because the weapon upgrade system in this game is so much nicer than it's ever been before. So much nicer. In the old Monster Hunter weapons, instead of having a specific weapon tree, almost every single monster had a completely brand new weapon for it in every single tree. And then not only that, would you have to constantly upgrade that weapon, so you could end up with like 70 different lances that are effectively the same thing. Oh no. And they'd all have convoluted upgrade paths that you wouldn't be able to tell, and you wouldn't know where they were gonna go. And sometimes they'd lead into a weapon you already got, and it would just kind of fuck you over, because you've been spending like 12 hours farming for this one specific part in order to upgrade this one weapon to see what it turns into eventually. So, imagine you're using one single weapon. It's got 70 individual different lances that have 70 different individual trees on those separate trees that just might accidentally upgrade into a completely separate version of one that you've already got. So it's really, really nice what they did with this game, where they kind of narrowed it down to a few weapons for a few monsters, a lot less to look out for, and a lot simpler. Oh, I miss. And don't get me started on Generations. Generations is crazy. It came out after Monster Hunter 4, and yet I really don't like the upgrade system in that game, especially for, like, Insect Glaive. So how you level up Insect Glaive in this game is how you level up every other weapon, which is, it has its own weapon trees, and the bugs have their own trees, because Insect Glaive, you come with your own pet insect, and you can upgrade it, and you can get lots of different insects, and they do lots of different things. But it's very, oh god, it's very simple, and it doesn't expand on it any more than it needs to. How it works in Generations is you need to feed your insect. Once you've fed it enough, the game will not 100% of the time tell you whether you've fed it enough, you just have to kind of know. Once you've fed it enough, depending on what you have fed it, you then have to spend materials to upgrade the Insect Glaive, not into a tree of your choice, just to upgrade it, and then it will upgrade into the tree that it wants to upgrade into, and then it will also upgrade your insect to a specific element and a specific stat that you may have fed it at some point while you were trying to level it up. It's a mess. In this game, you feed your, like, beetle some rocks, and it will turn into a moth. Oh, this lance not be made of paper, please. Oh, another great thing about Monster Hunter is, ooh, get me out of here, shit. Monsters have several parts. Like, you can cut, the majority of them is you can cut a monster's tail off. It doesn't experiment too much with it. But, like, there's a couple monsters where it's like, oh, it's got a giant rock for a forehead. Okay, so if I hit that enough, its forehead might come off, and you can, like, carve that. And they give you extra rewards and materials for doing it, which is so nice. It makes you actually think about where you're attacking a monster and how you're going about the fight. Like, I didn't do it too much because the Puki's tail is really weak. It's really, like, soft. But I cut its tail off because I attacked its tail a couple times. Like the Great Jagras, he'll eat a monster and he'll inflate like a balloon. If you hit his tummy enough, it'll make you like fall over and vomit, and he'll be like vulnerable for like an entire minute while he suffers from indigestion. Like I love that stuff about Monster Hunter. In fact, it's so good that From Software, not saying they copied them, but From Software was like, hey, you can cut off a couple of dragon tails in Dark Souls, and you can get extra things from them. Can you fuck off, please? I'm trying to count this tail. Thank you very much. Now that I complained for like 2.5 hours, we can have a lot more fun with it. Because now I can talk about the things I really like in Monster Hunter that are still in this game. I love mounting monsters. I love Lance Lucette. I can't say how much I love Lance enough. This weapon is so fun. In fact, when Elden Ring first came out, I wanted to do oh shit. I saw in the trailers, not the trailers, I think it was like the early beta footage, that they had a lance that looked like the lance from Monster Hunter. And I was gonna use a giant shield and a lance, and I was gonna parry my way through the game. But the lance is so annoying to find. Also, look at how cute. I like Puki. He's really cute. We haven't spoken about him, but Puki is adorable. I feel really bad that I'm killing him. I like him. He's my boy. Especially when you accidentally take his mane off, I feel really bad for him, because he kind of struggles a bit. He looks a bit penisy when he hasn't got his mane. Ah! This is not the monster I wanted to mount. Well. Yeah, the cat's called Leak. That's two named Michael and Leak. And she's got the dead pixel from Coachella. Is Niku's at Coachella, right? Am I spreading misinformation? I feel like I'm spreading misinformation. She is? Okay. I think Coachella is where the dead pixel came from. That's so funny. I saw it and it was on is it Rin? Is Rin the boy? Like Rin and Michael? That's the twins, right? The blonde twins, Rin and Michael. think it was on Rin's penis. And they said it's the hitbox for his cock. Yeah, Rin and Michael. His name is Michael Miku. His name is Michael Hastune. Goddamn. 4,000 hours and I still get lost in this fucking map. I will never recover. This map confuses the hell out of me though. It's so big. And there are parts of this map where they don't actually tell you where to go. And the best bit is that the scout flies kind of lead you in the right direction, but also, like, they don't. And sometimes they just snap your neck. I've learned not to trust scout flies after all these years. Okay, yeah, we're almost there. Wait, no, we're not almost there. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Oh, because he's not almost dead yet, that's why. Hey ho, motherfucker! Get your fucking raw parried. Look at that, you can parry raws with this weapon! That's why Lance is the best ever. Okay, don't listen to those people that go, no, it doesn't do the biggest amount of damage. It's not a great sword. It's not the door blade. It's just stupidly broken. And it's not a hammer that goes under gunga. Well, I don't care because I can do poke. I can poke. I can press. I can get knocked out by pukey. This is something that doesn't happen enough. Sometimes the monsters will do really smart things. Like this one will use scatter nuts to make it spit, like stun you and knock you out. But it will only do it every now and again. I feel like it should do it automatically as like its 30% phase. Oh, by the way, this is why, oh shit, my lance isn't sharp enough. Hold on. Ooh! God damn it. I was gonna just run on the spot. Oh, I guess I need that meta build of all crits and no sharpness loss. Oh. Whatever will I do? We can meet him there. So this is the first game that has multiple camps as well, and also the first game that lets you eat food while you're on a mission. You've never been able to eat food when you've been on a quest before. By the way, the game that takes place after this, for some reason, they got rid of the ability to do this. I'm so confused. It's one of the few quality of life decisions that I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Also, hello, Owl. I recognize that fucking name. You come to join me on the Naked Monster Hunter adventures. And get into that wall. Al did just join the session because I read the name Maylene. Maline? Mario? Malakat? Just death? Maluigi? Maluigi is the evil version of Malino. It's a me, Malino. Tourmaline, that sounds like bleach. Is your OC made out of bleach? Well, it's nice to meet you, Bleach Girl. My name is Hastune Michael. Does Niku not have like the green LEDs on her outfit, or are they blue? What color are the LEDs? She's got like little gamer strips on her clothes, doesn't she? But they were green. It's blue? Oh. Well, I mean, this isn't Miku, this is Hastune Michael. I'm sorry that Coachella couldn't afford the blue Miku. You get the green Miku. So, they just announced that we have to do a new quest, and it's called the best kind of quest. And do you know what the best kind of quest is? Escort quests. Let's go. Let's get some titties. I have modded armor on, so this armor looks different to what it looks like for like normal people. Okay, well, we can upgrade our bone lungs. Is it better? I can't tell if it's better. I can assume it might be better. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a lance. I shall hope that my friend Owl can join me on this mission. That definitely does not have a 1 out of 1 party members. Oh, so I can play this game multiplayer. It's really fun. It's really fun. Thank you guys. I'm sure enjoying the plays Monster Hunter with chat experience. Proceeds to play like 50 hours of cutscene. How can I skip the cat? Because I've seen like 5,000 hours of it. God forbid I don't want to sit through the same cutscene 1,000 times. There you go, here's the cat that's gonna get blown away. I like this cat. Also, the cutscene's really underwhelming at the moment, because our food sucks. We need like 1 upgrade to make it worthwhile. So, another fun thing about... Oh, yes! So here you go. We get cutscenes. I'm not gonna skip them anymore. These cutscenes are really important to the story. You guys want to know the story of Monster Hunter World, right? Yeah, you really like this character, yeah? Yeah, her name is Harry. Alright, so they're all struggling to push the cart. So what I'm gonna do...
キナで漏れといいくだでるしみゅみやき
That's good, chat.
いくつ
You having a good day?
ムトとネローホあーだ袖得てみら
You having a good time? No? Oh. Oh.
もうディアミベイ
Be sure to read the handler's text on the right side of the screen. You don't want to miss out. She'll go, oh, there's rocks there, and the geologist guy will go, yes, there's rocks in the world handler, and she'll go, oh, whoa, rocks. You know what's really funny? Is the face I've got on her, she kinda looks like Virgil. And I can't unsee it. Like she looks like classic PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 Virgil. And I'm upset that I've seen it. Hastune Virgil. Alright, we enjoying this escort quest in the game called Monster Hunter, where you hunt monsters? You enjoying this?
Syra 手恥らありに
Look at that insect. Is it some type of beetle?
リベルもストミリスストで
And there's never seen a bug before, by the way. Okay. There we go. Alright, we enjoying this escort quest? We all having fun?
テルやはり
ねえムートだ手数いいつくだい
Big rock.
ほらルニーよ
B3
Almost a big rock. Alright, let's keep pushing. Yeah.
ハードねいいが
This is my maximum speed, by the way, right now. I'm even holding the run button. Oh, don't leave me behind. No. No. Stop it. Wait up. Alright, I'm really glad for that one specific section for a little while we weren't allowed to move at normal speed. There was absolutely no reason they hindered our movement speed.
まだいるくし
I'm checking it out for us. Okay, I'll check.
よれやる
Whoa!
ミロチロリラーティ
Whoa, isn't that fun? Has the fun shown up?
スクーティラと
Whoa!
ベーク
Well, I didn't expect to see fun in this game.
ビタティダリーでクールキュアだラルディリルドゥテル
You know who Shadow is going to be voiced by? Is it Charlie Sheen? That sounds really funny, actually. Get into that wall, Missy. Also, hello, Blocky. Is this again someone faked using a blindfold? No idea. I feel like you could say that about a lot of games. I'm sure someone has pretended to play Mario 64 with a blindfold before and been like, oh, look at me, I can do it. In Sonic the Hedgehog, you could become... If I want your emeralds, I'll fuck them. You remind me a lot of myself, Sonic. Minus the impressive cock. That's gonna be my favorite wasteland in the new Sonic movie. Hey lady. Lady. Hello. Fuck you. Ah, I did it wrong. I did it really wrong. Can you stop flying again, please? Wait, you follow limes? There we go, this is why you play limes. This is why you play limes. I'm rubbing off on you. I ain't got no tail left, lady. What are you gonna do with that? Well? Okay, well, then just go right past it. Come on, you wanna come? Yeah. No! Fuck off, handler, I'm actually having fun. Shut up. It was this game? Oh, damn. I can't believe someone would just go on the internet and lie like that. They lied twice. Why would you do at that point, if you want to go through all the effort, just play the game blindfolded and say that you suck. I could probably play, like, maybe not the whole game. I could probably fight a couple of monsters blindfolded, though. I know a lot of monsters like audio cues. God, this weapon is so fucking good! Look at this thing! It's just a big stick! Oh, it's so good. It's a big boy weapon. Like, it's not a big boy weapon. It's just a big boy weapon. Like, I don't have anything to prove. That penis is just fucking gigantic. No, don't worry, guys. I'll do it for real this time. I promise. I promise. Do you want me to? All right, hold on. I'll close my eyes. All right, so I'll try and so there's the monster on the map. Let me Let me close my eyes once I've healed, and I'll try my best. Okay, we'll try and get to the monster. Let's go. This is Syra Rayquin playing this game completely blind. I've never played it before. What did you just wander into? My penis is big because I play as Lance. Alright, so my eyes are closed. That's why I read chat, I definitely didn't lie. Alright, I definitely hit a rock. I know what rock I hit, so I specifically have to turn left a couple degrees. Alright, I think I'm on the monster. I got my eyes closed. Am I actually blindfolded? Yes. If there are any lawyers listening, yes. Alright, so due to the sound on the screen, I can tell that I need to stand right here and then press the Lance button. There is proof that I'm doing it blindfolded, because I just told you, I'm hurting this monster based on sound. Sound alone. See, that's the proof. You hear the monster making noise? That proves my point. See? See, I know that the monster is there, I think. I think I landed on the monster, and there's a wall right here. I can tell by the sound of the wall. I've got my special sunglasses on. Can I open my eyes yet? Even though I've been reading chat this whole time. I've got an implant in my head that lets me read chat with my eyes closed. How's my weekend been? Friday I had an 11-hour shift at the bar. So I served lots of alcohol. I got covered in alcohol. And then my feet got really sore. I don't know what I did on Saturday. I think I just slept for the entire day. I don't know what I did on Saturday. Ray, what did we do on Saturday? Oh, is Saturday the day that I worked? Okay, then Saturday is the day that I worked, and then I slept for the majority of Sunday. And then, when me and Ray started doing things together, my internet died for about 3 to 4 hours. So I just went to bed. And complained about not being able to do anything. It is no use. Thank you for whoever followed me. Is that a big cactus? I love Big Cactus. He's my favorite Monster character. He's a funnier character than we've ever had. I might have got too far in a couple. Where is the camp? Whoa, one spiky creature. You reconnected with an old friend. Did you Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core reunion with them? TM? What? What? Do. Oh! Ow! Oh my fucking bones! Ooh. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. It's delicious. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. It's delicious. Ah!
あだマグダラオス大軍ゲッシ
Fuck you in the ankle. Fuck you in the ankle. Fuck you. Ha ha ha! Yeah, uh-oh. Well, that's kinda cool, I guess.
あだマグダラオス大軍
Can you fuck off? More anime version of Dark Soul. Oh, Lucky, you know how to hurt me. This game is the grandfather of Souls-likes.
あだマグダラオス大軍ゲッシ
Except the original version of this game fucking sucked, because how you used your attacks was you used the analog stick, and it was like you were trying to paste butter. it's so janky and fucky. Have I sharpened enough? Yes, I have. Okay, right. Well, what do you people want? What do you want?
あだマグダラオス
I'm trying to do your fucking job. Monster Hunter has existed since like early 2000s. I'm pretty sure this game's control scheme is a big reason why Dark Souls plays the way it does. Yes, I know Demon Souls exists. But same. 2004 was the first Monster Hunter? Oh no, it's Colonel. The Jumpin' Jaggies. Ah, they made a reference to the old games. I'm an old fan, so I get that reference. None of you kids will get that reference. Yo. Yeah, shooting. Right in the fucking eye. Man, I wish I could do anything. I wish I could be Hatsune Michael in real life. You coming? That's not his head! Oh! No. Work at the deserted valley. It's Barrel. His name is Barrel. Alright, so rule number 1 of Lance, okay? You press this button, then you press this button, and then you put your controller down on the table. Except it doesn't quite work because I don't have the sharpness for it. Ooh. Fuck you! I'm gonna fucking turn your hands into mincemeat. Oh, get parried. Oh, get parried. Oh, get double parry. Yeah, fuck you, get fucking. I love my funny little weapon. I think the clutch claw variation of this weapon is one of the best versions of this weapon to exist ever. Being able to clutch claw parry a monster and just climb on top of it and just be like, alright, we're going for a ride, let's go, is so good. Whoever invented this, they need a kiss on the actual mouth. Like, I wanna kiss them on the lips. It was me, Gregory. I invented the clutch claw. Why do I default to Freddy? Why is that my default? Like, whenever there's anything in a video game, it's always Freddy Fazbear. And it's always Security Breach Freddy as well. See that vent on the floor, Gregory? Oh, my asshole! I was itching my head. I know it will be difficult to be sussy, but you have to vent, Gregory. Like the game of Mongols. My Freddy is always in pain as well. I'm so sorry, any new people that want to leave now. You can go, I won't chase you. He's Barrel of the Boreal Barrel. What the dog doing? See, now that I got all my complaints out of the way, I can have fun with the game. I can have a great time. Let's steal this cat. I don't know whose cat this is. This cat is mine now. His name is Jeff. Come on, Jeff. It's time to start your new life on the farm. I really miss how Calicos used to work. It was always like super confusing, but it was always really fun. Just collecting cats like Pokemon, so that you could hope that they get a good skill that you can give to your main Calico. Is this Fluffy Bunny Dago? No, that is Rise, which is the game that came out after this game. But people go, oh, I don't like Rise, I hated it, it wasn't World. So I decided to play World, because it would probably get the best reception, to be honest. I like both. I'm not fussy. Oogie is in every game. Oogie is a staple. Oogie is my friend. He is back at town. A big makey boy. He's my little poogles. Oogies are in almost every game. I can't remember what the goats are called. Not Kelvin. They're like sheep goat things, and they're great. They replaced Poogies in I think 3 to Unite, which is my actual first Monster Hunter game was 3 to Unite, which is a game on the PSP. Salami, big old tasty chicken, lots of popcorn in the boiler. say I could skate on Saga as well. Oh! Oh, we got a Cactuar! You know what? We're gonna do 1,000 needles! You fucking missed! Oh, one of my neighbors is smoking the dank stuff, and it smells really bad. Can you not with the sick ganja, please? I don't want my apartment smelling like a greenery. I have a next door neighbor who I'm pretty sure grows weed. And smokes it quite often. And it stinks up my apartment. That shit be stanky. Ah! No. Not really. But no one really gives a shit. This is some of the best video game water I've ever seen. I really like that the water just kind of stops. And in this lighting it looks really weird. It looks like it looks like when I try to mesh something in Blender. That's okay. This water is coming out of nowhere because it's a flow map under the terrain. He hates it. He hates it, Chai. He hates the fucking game. Why is he playing it? He's a boy. He's a watery boy. Ah! Get into that rock, you fucking... Well, he's not dead. He's in a very unfortunate. He was getting sloppy. And you're laughing about it? He was thriving in his zone and moisturized, and you're laughing? You think it's funny? Sorry, I watched Joker again last night. I really like that movie. There is not a single ounce of intelligence in that woman's head. Without you, yes, because you were fucking asleep. I couldn't sleep last night, so I watched a bunch of animated DC films and then I watched Joker. Because the sequel comes out like next year, so I wanted to watch it then. I'm happy to watch it with you if you want. I will always watch the movies. I love movies.
Radirai.
It's just the guy from Final Fantasy 14.
Me. Eami Leuka. Teddy. Oun Verila. Meber Sura. Orashu. Lonisuru Atra.
Ariane, that's his name. Sorry, I was lost in thought. I was trying to remember what his name is. How did I forget that?
Shigeruga.
It's Ariane, look at him.
Ikurera.
Alright, okay. And they're trying to tell you that, monsters are doing weird things that are definitely not normal, and they definitely haven't done in all the other games so far. And that the ecosystem is out of balance and out of whack, despite the fact that the monsters are doing everything they've always done in all of these games and have done repeatedly time and time again, and has not upset the ecosystem or caused the world to end. I'm sorry, there is a version of Zinogre that, like, turns into a nuclear reactor. I don't think we have to worry about Garoth eating a couple more trees than it normally does. I just don't. There's no, like, urgency in this game. Even when the Devil Joe shows up, like, it's just Big Pickle. Yes, he's fucking hungry. Yes, in lore, he has wiped out ecosystems, but, like, they still exist. Other monsters still exist. The whole world is not gonna die because of one big hungry pickle. Where is Poogie? I can go find Poogie. I want to see the gathering up first. Oh, there's Poogie. So this is the multiplayer area that gets all, like, dolled up and celebrated for a special seasonal events. And we can't be up here for any of the game. Alright, so that's the small amount of fun that you're allowed to experience, and now we're going back down to the boring area that never changes. Handler gets to wear a seasonal outfit, though. Right, here you go. You can have the cat cutscene. There. Are you happy now? Okay, cat cutscene has been watched. Right, where's Google's? He should be here. I see him. Just talk to this guy.
Saka. Ek.
You know what? I've got a secondary complaint, and it's the fact that this hub area is so fucking huge, and all the NPCs are so spread out, so annoying to get to all of them. There we go. This is our Pookie. He's a big fat boy. He's gonna dig us up a fortune. Nutrients and a steel egg. Everybody, let's go. My big baby. He's so heavy. And if you can change his clothes. Currently I have just normal Poogie and then the event Poogie. You can change the color, you can pet him again, and if you fail the petting minigame, he gets really pissed off and then runs away. Let's watch him go. Let's watch him go. Oh, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Hira.
Cookie's dead, everybody. Sorry. Do 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 do. So we have a new monster quest, or we can farm for some weapons. Oh shit! I can make a barrel. Oh, no, I can't. So here's an example of how needlessly huge this hub world area is. There's an area that not a lot of people have been to before in this hub world, right? So you can come up here, and then you climb all these stairs, and there's just an entire zone up here where you can just look at, well, I mean, you can look at a lot of water. There's not a lot else to look at. You can kind of get an idea of like the landscape. Like there's the wild spire, there's the forest. You can't fucking see anything else. You can hear like monster roars sometimes. The water looks really bad down there. Really, really bad? Oh my god. Ah! Why is there like a clear layer of jelly? Do you see that? There's like jelly on top of the water. Cookie died for this. Cookie died so this area could be loaded. Yeah. I don't know why this area exists. I genuinely have no idea. There's never a reason to come up here. There's no NPCs up there. There's no story section where the handler looks out and goes, "Pard, I'm in love with you." There's just nothing like that. You just... it just exists. Can you imagine if they put this Nithy up there? Like, you have to climb 1,000 steps just to upgrade a weapon. Alright, so now we get the cool boxing helmet, so we're gonna look extra cool. Look at that, look at how that deletes all of our hair. That's it, we're only wearing 2 pieces of armor. One gives us attack up and one gives us the ability to block attacks. There you go, that's it, that's all we need. And once you get this outfit, isn't this cute? Oh, I haven't shown you the best part of the game. You can get cat armor. And they're very, very unique. And fun. We'll be giving Leek the butterfly set. Actually, we'll just be giving Leek the butterfly weapon because it comes with paralysis. It's a really, really kind of stupid weapon. You know what? We'll give Leek a little crown because Leek is our king. And And you know what? He'll be the king of bananas. There you go. His name is Leek, but he is a banana now. Did I check point 45? No. I added it to my Steam library. And then it disappeared. You gotta go for now? Bye-bye. Yeah, it just wasn't in my Steam library. So I'll have to see if I can add it again. Because I've been playing quite a few games recently. I just bought a bunch of DLC for Ringworld, and I want to play that. And then Balatro has an update. And then we just got Pacific Drive, which I'll be streaming tomorrow, which is like, I don't know, I tried to look at it but also not spoil myself, and it's like a roguelike car driving game. It's a little story driven, I think, is what I've understood from it. You drive into a nuclear dead zone, and other vehicles, like, obviously, because a lot of electronics and vehicles and stuff don't work when there's heavy radiation, because it just cuts the connection. So you drive a car around there, and from what it looks like, you have to, like, steal parts from other vehicles to make your car better. And there's a lot of, like, synth-wavy chill-out music that plays while you play the game. And I thought that could be a really fun game to play, because it has a mix of, like, current technology, or, like, classic technology with some, like, future-y, cyberpunk-y technology. So, it's right up my alley. I know where this fucking fish is. Also, I look really cool right now. Look at me, I look like someone that's gonna be on Ninja Warrior or Takeshi's Castle. That's one of the weird contestants that they, like, zoom in on repeatedly. Oh no, a barrel. Eh. Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hello, Mario. Yeah, this is why you play lots. This is why you play lots. This is why you play lots. Yeah! Hello, Mario. A student named Michael has mounted the monster. Uh-oh. No, you don't. Nope. Come on. There you go. Be a good fish. Ah! Oh no, the sludge! Ouch, ooh, my bones, what the hell happened to you? You just got here. Oh. My favorite attack from the, for the insect glaive that was added in Iceborne is you can do a Dragoon dive from Final Fantasy. It's so cool. Right, here we go. This is why you play Lance. No, I bounced off. God damn the fucking sharpness. Get poked, bitch! Me with my stupid fucking helmet that looks cool as hell. I genuinely look like a contestant from like some sort of cancelled TV show. Go for the face, he's got lots of thorns. Yeah, fuck you, fuck you. I don't see how people have problems with this fish. This fish is really easy to bully. Like, there you go, like, he just spun around and I was able to slap him out of it. I love it, I love bullying this fish. I love Jimmy-Totus. No. What do you mean you would turn? No. Oh. Fuck you then. Yeah, get fucked. You did it. Oh yeah, it's common etiquette that you spam L1 and then down left diagonally at the end of a hunt, and it's this. And you just spam the shit out of it until it tells you can't send any more messages. I agree. Nice to meet you. Oh, this weapon is so nice. It has an attack that I never use on it. In Rise, that attack gets buffed because you can charge it up, but it's like a sideways. Ooh, hold on, my headphones. It's a sideways sweep. that if you do it in Rise, you can charge it up. And it's like the strongest attack you can do at the end of a combo. It's fucking insane. So you'll always want to, like, if you're in a good spot, you'll always want to end with it. That's really good. In this game, it doesn't do that much damage, and it's much faster to just keep up a continuous combo. I don't care. I don't care. We're fine. I'm alright. I'm good. We don't need this. I don't need to see this. I'm fine. Just tell me what monster to fun. I'm alright. I get it. Yep, thank you. This character, yep. Alright. Nice. Thank you. Really took in all that information.
リット星レリに
あ
どういう
Now I get to talk to a new guy.
ナスロ
Dasalo. Now I get to fight Tobias Michael.
ラーグリシ飛びかがちやほクジウディアに
And this will be my last hunt for the day. I wanna go chill the fuck out. I wanna watch some TV. Well, not TV, but I wanna watch some more of The Boys. Me and Ray had just started season 3, and she's really enjoying it. So I desire to watch more Boys. Oh, I really like, so if you notice the difference between this and this, you can kind of see it behind the screen. It just makes it a tiny bit darker, and that's how you know that that one is for the water monster. That's the difference. It's a little darker. Blink and you'll miss it. Oh fuck. Some of these lobsters are really gonna upset me, aren't they? Like this one that's just got foreskin on it. Like, you cannot tell me that that is not foreskin. That is like, that is something you put on your penis to keep it warm. But so that you can still pee. You know? Do. Oh, look at that, I want our members on a multiplayer game. She looks so stupid, and I love it. Leave me alone, it increases like block, okay?
Ada. Skemeda, Tifegakishi.
Scimitar.
Ah, Mehokifil. Yukeha, Yuderagi. Yudeza, Yuketasi. Soxy.
I don't even know what the fuck she's saying. I think I know where you find the Topikadachi, so I'm just gonna go there. That's the one good thing about having played a shit ton of this game. I know the moderate locations of where the monsters hang out, so you don't have to spend those 20 to 30 minutes trying to look for it, because I think I know exactly where it is. Which, I think it's where one of the big boys goes to sleep. You know, when the game gave me a tutorial for stealth, and it's been really important to the story. I don't care. Fuck you, you fucking little jumpy bastard. Come on then. Yep. Into this fucking tree you go. Okay. This is why you use Lance. Right here. There you go. Look, my controller is on the table. Controller is on the table. You can also hit quite high, so when monsters decide to like climb up on certain places, you can just tell them to get the hell down. Like, get down. I love Lance. It has so many applications. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ah. My sharpness sucks. Yeah? Are you okay? You coming down? You're coming down. And into the wall. Oh. That didn't quite work. My two most played weapons in this game are on screen right now, which is Lance and Insect Glaive. Insect Glaive is really funny though, because the way it shows itself off and explains itself, that Al is trying to show, is that it's a very aerial weapon, and yet the highest amount of damage you can get from it is on the ground. It's so weird. Like, the damage drop-off from the aerial attacks in comparison to the actual ground attacks is insane. You turn into a buzzsaw when you're on the ground, yet when you're in the sky, you turn into a slightly less useful buzzsaw. It's it's weird. Oops, I'm sorry. Ooh! 64-bit Discord is bad. Why? Why? Yeah, fuck you! Oh, also, weapons get this. They get a shotgun blast if you've got pellets in your arm. And Lance is really good at that, because it means that when you've got a piercing claw, you can do such a high amount of damage. Also, if you've got enough sharpness, which I don't, you can chase a monster permanently with a lance charge, and you can do damage to it while it runs. It's so good. Also, if you're having issues with it, then change it back. Just download Discord from the normal Discord website, and it'll give the 34-bit, the 32-bit, I mean. My computer much prefers the 64-bit. Ha 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 ha! No, that's not a 64-bit thing. That just happens. If it's someone else's share screen you're trying to watch, then just tell them to redo it. Sometimes that happens to me on both versions of Discord. One of my favorite bits about Lance that not many people know is if you get to one of these running up walls, that happens. You could just do a complete U-turn and go back to the monster. Look at him. Astune Michael. What a stupid fucking... Oh, that's a great screenshot. That is a really, really good screenshot. Right, there we go then. I might stream this on Wednesday. I don't know. We'll stream Pacific Drive tomorrow, and then how I feel will depend on whether we play this on Wednesday or just next week. This and Pacific Drive, if I enjoy Pacific Drive, will be my games going forward for a little bit. Because I have mega ADHD, so I do not like to finish games, so I apologize for that. I will go back to Dragon's Dogma eventually. I need to get over some of the pain that I've had because of that game. So I think I just want to play some new games that like I actually know that I really enjoy, which is this to an extent. And Pacific Drive looks really nice. Let me just get all these quests out so we don't have to talk to these guys next time. I might, to spare stream time, maybe I'll like try to farm weapons so that I can, you know, just focus on killing monsters on stream and just kind of having fun, even though the story doesn't matter. So I don't know why I'm trying to focus on the story, but whatever. Someone might enjoy it. The brief glimpses of story that I keep letting them have before I skip the cutscenes. Big monster bad. Big ugly monster ugly. Run away. Thank you, Owl, for helping me. I appreciate it. I hope we get some more people next time. I feel like not a lot of people will be joining until we get to Iceborne, because not a lot of people are just gonna make a new save file for a random streamer they just met. So maybe when we get to Iceborne, the multiplayer content could be a bit better. But before that, we could do like the 14 collab, and we can do the Witcher stuff. And try to get some of that cool things out of the way. Behemoth is gonna be so easy with Lance. Like, Behemoth is hard, but every single attack that Behemoth has, you can block with a lot. So it basically becomes like the person with the Lance tanks it, and then they just kind of ignore every attack while everyone else beats the crap out of it. It's so funny. But yeah, that was strong. I had another voice crack. Who do we want to raid? You know what? We'll raid Devo. So, word of warning, if you haven't seen any Yakuza games and wish to play them, maybe close your eyes. You know, pretend to play the game blindfolded. We're gonna raid my good buddy Default, who is playing like a dragon. Please tell him he has smelly feet. And I will probably see you guys tomorrow I say probably. I will. Unless I die. Mysteriously. I will be back for some Pacific Drive tomorrow. We can see what it's like. And just chill out to some music and drive a little bit. Tomorrow. Tomorrow I go drive in the Pacific Ocean. Ooh. Alright, bye bye gamers.